Hi guys, my name is Boris, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about collecting Legos. Now you're probably wondering, how do I start, or what's the best way for me to assemble the best collection there is. That's probably why you have stumbled upon this video. So hopefully I can answer some of the questions you might have. So let's get started. So for starters, before you even begin to think about collecting Legos, you have to accept one fact. It's a very, very, very expensive hobby. Well, maybe not that much, but it is expensive. Now, if you're the type of person who used to collect Legos when you were a kid, but then, adulthood happened, and for some reason you decided to start it again, you probably would want to get some of the sets that you have either wanted or had as a kid and really enjoyed, but for some reason you don't have them anymore. Now, this is where the expensive part comes into play. Now, Legos, especially certain sets, they do appreciate in value. And I've actually seen quite a few videos on how to buy Legos for investment purposes. I would be the worst person to ask about this because I like to have my collection proudly assembled on display, and it's not really protected against the elements or now that I think of it, I don't have manuals or boxes for most of my sets, but I digress. In any case, you want to buy a set that you've always wanted. 9 out of 10 times the set is either discontinued or nearing the end of its production run. And that's where the bulk of the price will come in place. Hey buddy, if you hear any noise, that's my dog. He seems to have really taken to his toy. Good boy. You gonna help me shoot a video? Yes, you will. Oh, I just realized you can't really see him. And since I have my dumb's charger in my hands, I can't really grab onto him. But anyways, back to Legos. Where was I? So right, Legos are expensive. You want something, you gotta pay for it. Now, this is the part where I will offer some of my sides of how I personally assembled my collection, and then hopefully you guys can let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, or have any suggestions. So right behind me, as you can see, this is my pride and joy, my armada of pirate ships, if pirate ships can never be formed into one. This is the series that I really liked as a kid, but pirate ships were expensive back then, and they're still expensive as hell. This collection, it took me about a year to accumulate, and have I bought each and every one of these sets brand new in the box in 2021 or 2020 when I started, I would have probably been in some serious debt. Now, to give you an idea of how much certain sets can be worth, well, I don't know if you can see the one I'm pointing at. I certainly can't, but no, I can. So this is a Skull's Eye schooner. A schooner, pardon my accent, I don't really know how to pronounce it. And this used to be considered one of the greatest pirate ships. I believe it was discontinued in 1993 or 1994, and I believe it retailed for about $200-300 back then. I mean, if you adjust for inflation, it's about probably closer to $350 or $400 in current value. This set, if you buy it brand new in the box, it retails for over $1,000, which to me is ridiculous. But again, You want that experience of opening brand new fresh set, that's what you gotta do. I purchased the set for probably around $400 or so. And one of the reasons why I got it so cheap, yes, I know some of you might think $400 for Lego is cheap, that's crazy. No, for sets like that, that's very much so. One of the reasons why I got it that cheap was it was missing a few parts. And this is where my first advice comes in. Wow. Tangulations 101. Always prepare a script before filming a video. Anyways, advice number one. If you're going to collect Legos and you have decided that you don't have to buy the brand new sealed in the box one, get yourself some spare parts. Now, the best way that I found on doing that, rather than purchasing each and every one individually, is find a lot that's for sale. Now, Facebook Marketplace has a lot of listings for sale, 5 pounds or 6 boxes of assorted Legos, $100. Now, again, for some of you, $100 for an unknown amount of parts, unknown type of parts, might sound like a lot, but if you think about it, Lego parts are going to get lost. And most parts and most sets that you will purchase secondhand, they're fairly easy to replace. So for $100, you can get yourself a nice backup, and then once you get a set that's less than perfect, you can just fix it and be happy. Now, another thing to remember when collecting Legos is there's really no right or wrong way to do it. At the end of the day, you're buying it for yourself, and you should just get what you want. Now, I am a proud owner of a collection of Lego pirate ships that's, I call it a 100% complete because I believe I've gotten every single pirate ship that was released from 1989 to 2020. However, if a real collector will walk into my apartment, look at them, he or she will immediately say, "Oh, you're missing this ship or you're missing that ship." To which statement I'll say, "Well, I don't consider those real pirate ships, or I don't like them." And again, every set that I purchased, I bought it because I liked it. It makes me happy. It looks nice, and most importantly, once I look at it, I can say yes, it was worth what I paid for it. In most cases. Let's see. This was the first advice, and again, to sum it up, I should probably remember what it was, but in any case, moving on. Decide on what type of collector you want to be. Now, if you want to buy Legos for investment purposes, you will have a much higher standards than someone who just wants to play with them. Now, a little that I know about collecting is if you have a set that's sealed in a box, brand new, keep it that way. Put that box in a safe, climate-controlled area, preferably smoke-free. Hold on to it for a few years. By few, I mean maybe 5, 6, 7, 10, and then sell it for a profit. I could never do that because as soon as I get the box with the Lego set, I just want to open it and play with it. So, determine what type of collector you want to be, and based on that decision, start searching for sets. Now, one thing that I've learned about purchasing Lego sets is the less perfect they are, the more bargaining power you have. Now, I'm a member of quite a few groups on Facebook for buying and selling Legos, and honestly, I was shocked to see how much how much of a bidding war usually happens when a highly desirable set comes up. Also, when negotiating with certain professional sellers who bought these Legos as investment, and of course they want to make money on them, when I talk to them, I basically say, look, I want to buy the set from you, I like it. And by the way, this only applies to sellers who say, give me your best offer. I give them what I consider a fair price, and then they counter me and say, but look, this is sealed in the box, this is brand new, it's rare, it's one of a million kinds, whatever. To me, that doesn't matter. I just want those bricks that I can put together and look at. I don't care about the condition of the box. I don't care if it's a first, second, third, or 20th edition of it. And obviously, we don't agree on the price. So what I usually do is I seek out sets that are less than perfect, that I know for a fact that I can rebuild with the parts I have, and then I buy them for probably half of what a brand new good condition set would be. I build it and I enjoy it. Now, pretty much every single one of these ships that I bought was in rather poor shape. Now, the good thing about the sets from this era the good thing is the parts are relatively cheap, and they're very common. And I also try to restore them as nicely as I can cosmetically. But let's say if you're missing a part, if you need a white brick somewhere deep where I can't see it, but I only have this type of brick but in black, I usually just do it, because again, I don't think I'll ever disassemble these, well, at least not to break and rebuild into something new. So that works fine for me. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is one of the first videos that I've ever made. I'm not a professional YouTuber, but I do like to share my insights, and I'd like to help people. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the ships that are displayed, and let me know if you would like me to make any more videos about any particular models. Bye now.